Hello everyone, you are watching a snippet of the countdown program from August 21, 2023. Today is Monday. See the full version on Patreon. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. To the main topic. In the upper echelons of the boy, the Hawks became more active. They urged Putin to stop hybridizing and start the last and decisive Mahak. A number of high-ranking representatives of the FSB called for the dismissal of the Chief of the General Staff Gerasimov and Minister of Defense Shoigu, thus the demands of the head of Wagner PMC Yevgeny Prigozhin, who insisted on a change in the country's military leadership. It was this demand, according to the official version, that allegedly became the cause of the rebellion, which was localized with the help of Lukashenko. The excited hawks of war are proposing to start acting more aggressively in the Ukrainian direction, to declare martial law and full-scale mobilization. The meat mobilized last autumn is no longer enough for the generals. It seems that in August the Rashists ran out of reserves, and therefore the command began to move forces along the front line to plug the holes. And here also the armed forces of Ukraine brought reserve units into battle, breaking through the first line of defense in the Melitopol direction. Zvonneckers are already squealing with might and main about the collapse of the front in the Zaporizhzhia direction. After all, in fact, now, having wedged into the defense of the Rashists, the armed forces of Ukraine can sprinkle the entire Zaporizhzhia direction, destroying the enemy from the rear. The only thing left for the invaders is to flee. They handed over Rabotino. Where will they run next? The stability of Russian defense on many critical fronts could be shaken by UAF strikes against Russian rear areas. Even propagandists admit that the morale of the Russian troops is deteriorating significantly. Of course, no one will tell the whole truth in the war, and the real state of affairs becomes known only after the fact, but it seems that the top generals are close to realizing the impending catastrophe and the impending defeat. That's why they are knocking on the bunker more and more insistently. After all, behind Melitopol is Crimea, and the loss of Crimea means automatic defeat in the entire war. However, general mobilization is categorically unacceptable for Putin during his populist election game. After all, there is a fascist voice on the horizon, and the Führer will not cancel the games with the electorate. This attraction guarantees him power over the lads for the next 6-year period. The issues of gangster legitimacy cannot be neglected, especially against such an unfavorable background. Not only did the space fairy tale Luna 25 crash into the firmament, but it is also necessary to maintain the illusion that the special operation is going according to plan. This is not a war, but an operation. And the operation can only end in success. She does not mean any defeat. The demands of the generals critically change the scenario, introducing martial law into it with the smell of the smoke of war, so the bald leader is more likely to choose some kind of hybrid solution again. See this and other stories in full on Patreon. Become our patrons now and look further in this program. Zelensky held talks in the Netherlands and Denmark. The Netherlands agreed to transfer 42 fighter jets to Ukraine. True, the Netherlands has not 42 combat-ready vehicles, as stated, but 24. Denmark has pledged to supply a total of 19 F-16 vehicles, but not immediately, but gradually. Today in the skies of the Moscow region, drones again went wild. In the morning, the Rashists closed all 4 airports in the capital, and the propagandist Simonyan was frightened by the fact that a drone fell not far from her lair in the Istra district. It was noisy in Rostov too. Mognitnikov was reassured by the governor, who lied that it was not an explosion, but the transition of the aircraft to supersonic. While the war is going on, the cave is having fun as it can. A 1,600-meter-long Russian flag was unfurled in the Orenburg region, and the Chernozemfest festival ended in the Voronezh region. Culture gushed from every bonded puddle. A soft blocking of YouTube is being prepared in the cave. Rostelecom is testing a portal that will filter the content of the video service according to the rules of military censorship. After the political decision is made, it will take about 2 months to launch the filter from Rostelecom. Most of the population will soon be unable to watch YouTube using a VPN either. Blocking VPN services in Roskomnadzor is explained by concern for the personal data of Russians. And that is all. See the full program on Patreon. And thanks to everyone who is becoming our patrons right now. Hugs to all. See you on Thursday. Glory to Ukraine.